What an incredible week for the high school basketball tournament. Huge upsets, dunks, buzzer beaters, Cinderella stories all packed into 1 week. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to dedicate it to the high school championship hoops. This highlight reel will give you the best the week had to offer.
Disrespect! Take it at their heart, what they is!
I'm just here so I won't get fined. No. This is crazy.
You're watching Sports Beat, brought to you by Ken Garff. We hear you.
Okay, the beat rolls on. Jeremiah, what a great week of high school basketball. The tournaments, both boys and girls, from 2A to 5A, off the charts.
It really was off the charts. There were plenty of memorable moments. Wednesday night in Ogden was probably the most shocking. Josh Richens from Viewmont hits a three-pointer at the buzzer to take down four-time defending champ Lone Peak. 4 region champions all eliminated before the championship game.
It was a crazy week, Jeremiah, and with the Lone Peak Knights out of the way, it was a wide-open run to the 5A championship game. The two left standing, Brighton tied for second in Region 6, and the Layton Lancers finishing second in Region 2. Region 1, that is. Both teams had a star player, but in the end, it was a guy off the bench that made the difference.
Layton! They won! Layton! They won! We are Brighton! We are Brighton!
Welcome to the D Event Center in Ogden, Utah. This is Championship Saturday. Brighton off to the fast start in this one. John Gramillion. That gives the Bengals a 9-point lead. Then Derek DeBageray. Brighton led by 10 after 1. Layton trying to come back in the second quarter. Julian Blackman with the steal. He gets the steal. Blackman up and good. And then his older brother, Jerice. Jerice had 10 of the Lancers' 20 points in the first half, but back comes Brock Miller. Backdoor, beautiful pass to Brock Miller from DeBageray. And the Bengals led by 7 at the break. What were you guys talking about in that locker room?
Play hard. Coach said, you know, for you seniors, you'll never get this game ever again.
Third quarter, Matt Cragen comes off the bench and provides a major spark for the Lancers. Does it count? Yes, it goes in. Matt Cragen. Count that one, 3-point play. And then a couple of minutes later, Count it again, another three-point play. The Lancers have cut the Bengal lead to 3 heading into the 4th. Start of the final quarter, Jacoby Kemp. Layton would take a 1-point lead, but in the final couple of minutes of the 4th, Messina with the steal. Bengals would rattle off 6 in a row. Osa, Brock Miller, reverse, count it. And the Bengals had a 6-point lead, but Layton would hit their free throws and tie this up at 46. Blackman has it. Final 10 seconds. Layton with the chance to win it. Ball up and good by Cragen. 1.7 seconds left. And the Lancers have a 2-point lead. What a comeback by the Layton Lancers. Brighton has a final shot. The alley-oop does not go. And the Layton Lancers, for the second time in school history, first since 1988, your 5A state champions.
I just tried to take over that game. I didn't score that first half, and I just felt like I needed to take over and be a leader.
He's always been a scorer. That's what he does. We love him.
So I can't believe it. Amazingly proud for my team and amazingly grateful.
Words don't even describe, you know, the guys, we worked hard from day one, and Coach said, you know, if you guys want to win, you got to work. And, you know, we came in here, we were willing to do that. You know, it's just a blessing to say that me and these guys, you know, we broke the curse.
It feels amazing. It's a great opportunity to come with this team right here. It was the best time of my life.
It hasn't even hit me yet. I don't know. This is crazy.
All right, now, Jeremiah, Matt Cragen was the man of the moment for the Lancers on Saturday in the championship game, but that's not the first time that he's been in that situation against Brighton. Let's go back to the game December 11th at the Youth Classic in American Fork. Just like yesterday, Lancers and Bengals tied in the final 5 seconds. Cragen knocks down the three-pointer with 2.8 seconds left, and that was the game winner for Layton. And then again, he did the same thing yesterday, this time with 2.9 seconds left.
That guy is clutch.
You can't even think of stuff like that happening twice against the same team to get the win, especially in a championship game. That was pretty cool.
Amazing. Well, Layton opened the season with a 1-5 record, if you can believe that, but that tough early season schedule paid off when it mattered. Here's a look back at Layton's road to the championship in the 5A state tournament. They were off to a slow start in the first round, but eventually held off a strong effort from the Hillcrest Huskies to avoid an upset. Jarice Blackman with 16 points and 12 rebounds, and of course 2 huge dunks in that game. Next up, Layton became the underdog against Region 3 champ Bingham. Jarice with another double-double, 24 points and 10 rebounds. The Lancers beat the Miners by 9. Then in the semifinals, the Lancers avenged an earlier loss to Viewmont that may have cost them a region title. An improbable run for a team, as I said, that started the season 1-5.
All right, the 4A was also filled with a number of teams that could claim the trophy, but one stood out, defending champ and top seed Bountiful. The Braves, led by Zach Celius, making it back to the title game for a chance for a repeat, but Kearns, with its high-flying big men, standing in their way, and it was clear early on which team would hoist the championship trophy. Bountiful off to a great start in this one. Zach Celius to Jeff Pollard. The Braves have a quick 7-point lead. Bushman Ebet for the Cougars. Bushman Ebet for 3, got that one. Cans the 3 to cut the lead to 4, but then Celius will come right back on the fast break to Jake LaSalle, and the lead was 6 after the first quarter. But in the second, that Braves lead would balloon. Johnny Schmidt, the steal up ahead to Celius. Has a stolen by Schmidt. Celius goes in for the hammer. And then Jake LaSalle, 3-ball, good. That gives Bountiful a 17-point lead. Bushman Ebet trying to bring the Cougars back. Here it comes. Hands it to Bushman. Bushman goes in for the hammer. Holy dunkaroonie. But this was all Bountiful in the first half. Johnny Schmidt with another steal to Celius. And the Braves take a 20-point lead into the locker room. So at the end of the first half of this 4A championship game, it is all Bountiful. Kearns working its way back into this thing in the third. Bushman Ebet going high for the tip-in. Ebet finished with 19, and then Kerr Kueth. Dunkaroonie by Kueth. Kearns cut the lead to 14 heading into the fourth, but that final quarter belonged to Jeff Pollard. That upped the lead to 22, and then Pollard would finish it off. Easy dunkaroonie by Jeff Pollard. Jeff Pollard with 10 points in the fourth quarter, 21 total, and the Bountiful Braves repeat as 4A state champions, 66-54 the final over the Kearns Cougars. And there is the 4A state championship trophy for the second straight year. The Bountiful Braves get to hoist that up. Zach Sellius, talk about this team, back-to-back state championships.
Oh, this is the greatest team right here. You know, we just came out as strong as can be, and we just had to go through the tournament and just playing as a team and playing defense.
All right, we're Jeff Pollard back here. Okay, Kearns cut the lead to 14 heading into the fourth quarter. Then you took over. 10 points in that final quarter, 21 total.
Coach just told me in the first half, you're playing weak, you're fading away. And that second half, I came out and I was just focused on getting to the rim.
And Jake LaSalle, when they cut it to 14, you hit a big three to help up the lead back to 20.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We just play our game. Zach hits me on the outlet, and I just pull we just play our game. That's what we do. We've been doing it since we were kindergartners, first graders, since playground, so we know what we're doing out there.
All right, there you go. The Bountiful Braves, your 4A state champion for the second straight in the year. Congratulations, guys.
Well, as dominant as Bountiful was in the championship game, it's hard to imagine how close they came to going out in the first round. Murray's A.J. Hodges put Murray up 2, with just 3 seconds left in the game. Bountiful was in big trouble. In fact, they never led until the final buzzer. Zach Sellius, though, saved the day with the biggest shot of his life. 3 of his 30 points, 17 in the final quarter, helping them avoid disaster. That scare seemed to wake up the Braves. They were a different team the rest of the tourney. Jeff Pollard had 16 points and 14 rebounds, and Jake LaSalle had 20 points and 4 three-pointers. They beat Spanish Fork in the quarterfinals by 16. Then in a rematch of last year's 4A title game, Bountiful was even better. They led Orem 43-13 at halftime. Sellius had 22 points, including 4 three-pointers, earning the Braves a spot in the championship. Now on to the 3A state tournament. The Dixie Flyers needed a buzzer-beating 3 to defeat Bear River in the quarterfinals and quadruple overtime to defeat Desert Hills in the semifinals. Did they have anything left in the tank against their rival Pineview in the 3A state championship game? Well, we found out. These two teams split their 2 meetings this season. Both games decided by just 1 point. Pineview came out red hot. Cody Wilstead, the future BYU quarterback, with a dunk. That was followed by the hot shooting of Chaz Peterson. The game high 18 points. And when he wasn't attacking the rim, he was deadly beyond the arc. He shot 67% from the three-point line. Pineview built a 15-point lead, but Dixie steals momentum just before the half. Jake Haas beats the buzzer. Pineview takes a 30-19 lead into the locker room. Everything would change in the third quarter, though. Dixie would rally behind the play of Tyler Bennett. He took over the third quarter. The steal, and he knows how to finish. The 15-point lead now down to 4. Bennett wasn't done. Another three-point play would give Dixie the lead in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Pineview, though, would respond. Great pass from Peterson to Wilstead for the jam. He made free throws that gave the Panthers a 2-point lead. Now let's go to the final 10 seconds. Dixie looking for another dramatic finish. Bennett with the ball, but it's knocked away by Kendrick Spencer. Garrett Bowker grabs a loose ball. He's fouled, and that is the ball game. Pineview holds on to defeat Dixie, their first state championship game since 2007. Wilstead with 15 points and 14 rebounds in the win.
No, it was intense, just like we expected. The tournament's always physical, and we just battled tough and kept doing what we do.
How rewarding is this for Pineview? You've been so close in football to finally break through and get a state championship.
Oh man, it's huge. I love these guys. They're my brothers, they're my family. I do anything for them. This is awesome.
How special is this moment? I can tell it means a lot.
It does mean a lot. I've always dreamt of winning a state championship. I thought I'd get it in football, but getting it in basketball is even better.
We've been all here since we were sophomores, and this was a goal all year, and it's the best feeling ever.
Now for the 2A boys title game, Manti looking for its 3rd state championship in the last 12 years, and Emory was trying to hoist the championship trophy for the first time since winning back-to-backers with Sean Bradley back in '89 and '90. 2A boys champ Emory and Manti going at it. Emory's Dylan Wilstead led the Spartans with 20 points. They built a 9-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. They're going to win, right? But the Templars went on a 20-4 run to end this game, led by Stuart Lott and Derek Wright. the Templars with the 2A state championship, 58-51 on a 20-4 run in the final 3 minutes or so of that one. What an incredible comeback to hoist that championship trophy, Jeremiah. And that, you know, we've kind of gone over the 2A, the 3A, 4A, and 5A boys. Incredible week. We still got a lot more to come.
Yeah, some great stuff. The girls' championships were fantastic. And, boy, yeah, some great action, great buzzer beaters. This is probably the most entertaining tournament season since the 10 years I've been here covering this.
Jeremiah, now we've seen a number of great finishes over the last few years, but we had more than our share this week in the high school tournament.
Yeah, these tournaments had more drama than TNT. Let's take a look at the most memorable finishes, starting with a Bountiful buzzer beater.
It is must-see TV.
The Murdoch Automotive, no regrets play of the game.
There's no repeat without this shot by Zach Celius. Dave Rose can't wait to have this sharpshooter on his roster at BYU next year.
3A quarterfinals on Thursday. Bear River trailing Dixie by 2. Final 10 seconds. Bear River's Riley Walker, length of the court, counted. He's fouled. He makes a free throw. Now the Bears have a 1-point lead with only 4.9 seconds left. That was enough time for Dixie to get a shot. Tyler Bennett, and he would drop it at the buzzer. Celebration time for the Flyers. Heartbreak for the Bears. Bennett, 10 of his team's 12 points in that fourth quarter. None bigger than that 3.
All right, it was a shot heard around Utah. Josh Richens ends an historic run for Lone Peak, the night's first tournament loss in 5 years. His buzzer beater gave Viewmont the most shocking upset of the tournament and earned the Vikings a spot in the semifinals.
Olympus and East Tuesday for a first round. East down 3, final seconds of the fourth. Deshaun spotted out to tie it with a 3. Leopards going crazy as they head to overtime. Well, they would need 2 overtimes to decide this one. Olympus getting the 7-point win to move on to the next round.
And what a clutch performance. You saw it earlier. We're going to show it to you again. Matt Cragen of Layton. He was the hero in the 5A state championship game. His putback with 2.3 seconds left was the difference, giving the Lancers their first state title since 1988.
Now, while those were the best finishes, we also have plenty of best plays to choose from. Not from the pick and roll, not the backdoor cut and layup, not a screen for a jumper. That's all boring stuff, right?
We're not going to show that.
We got the high-flying kind.
Yeah, we got the best stuff. There are more dazzling dunkers in Utah high school basketball than ever before, and their talents were on display throughout the tournament. Let's get it started with state champion Jerice Blackman in Layton's first-round win over Hillcrest. Oh, man. Posterizes his defender.
You know,
it's even better on GoPro.
We did Layton game a couple years ago when he was a sophomore on KSL.com, and we said, who is this kid? He can get up.
And now he's developed into one of the best basketball players in the state. He's going to UC Santa Barbara for college.
Hunter's Noah Togiai Monday against Weber. And we've seen him do all this kind of stuff all season long. He is a human highlight film, and that highlight film usually is above the rim for Noah Togiai.
He's one of the best athletes in the state. He's such a good athlete that Oregon State wants him to play both football and basketball, and you can see why right there. The Yoli Childs of Bingham has had some great dunks this season. This was one of his best. He's only a junior. He's not supposed to be able to do this, but he makes it look easy. He'll be back at Bingham next year for even more of these kind of plays.
But wait, there's more. Kearns, Bushman, Ebed also accustomed to going above the rim. He had a number of high flyers to choose from. Tuesday in double overtime win over Timpanogos. Then in the championship game against Bountiful, baseline is open, and you don't stand in front of that guy when he's going in for a tomahawk like that.
Ebed was one of the most sensational players in this tournament. He had 8 steals in that double overtime game. Now, I don't know if any colleges are out there have offered him, but this tournament his stock should be as high as it's ever been. That's a kid that can play at the next level. A scholarship offer has to be coming soon.
About 10 junior colleges are after him because he's got to get a few things with the ACT test and all that kind of stuff, but then he'll be scot-free and have a great college career, that's for sure.
Bright future.
Okay, so we've seen the best finishes and the best dunks.
Now it's time for the top performers of the week.
The Super Sub of the Week is brought to you by Subway.
Let's start with Jesse Wade of Davis. He fell short of his goal of winning a state title, but it wasn't because of a lack of effort. He scorched the nets in this tournament. 32 points in a first-round victory over Granger, 23 in a quarterfinal win over Pleasant Grove, and 35, including 6 3-pointers, in a heartbreaking loss to Brighton in the semifinals.
Bountiful Zach Selyus, you've seen him a couple times already. First round on Tuesday against Murray, 30 points, 5 threes, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And, of course, the biggest shot of the week and maybe his life, the game winner to avoid the upset and avoid a third straight year where the top seed has been knocked out of the first round.
Hey, how about Kearns? I mean, they had an improbable run to the 4A state championship, their first appearance since 1972. Can't say enough about Bushman Ebert. Had a great tournament, 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 steals, and a thrilling double overtime win over Timpanogos. In the first round, he had 33 points and 9 rebounds in a semifinal win over Olympus.
Yeah, with a couple of the top teams in the region champs being knocked out, we had a couple of surprise teams come up, and they should be very proud because we didn't think they'd be there.
Yeah, and it really made the tournament more interesting. You know, nothing against Lone Peak. Oh. You know, 4 straight championships was an amazing run, but this year was wide open. We didn't know what was going to happen. Layton was a great story, and to see it all come together for them in that tournament was a lot of fun to watch.
It's going to be like Kentucky, undefeated in the NCAA. When they go in the tournament, everybody is either going to root for them to stay undefeated or somebody to knock them off so they won't go undefeated.
Look, everybody loves an underdog, and it was the year of the underdog in Utah high school basketball, except in 4A, of course. Now the 3A Girls State Championship, Juan Diego 1 win away from a perfect 25-0 season. A season dedicated to the memory of Juanita Archuleta, the mother of head coach Josh Archuleta. She passed away in January after a battle with breast cancer. Their opponent, Morgan, playing for 11-year-old Landon Stredbeck, who's battling Ewing sarcoma. A lot of great causes in this one. Morgan opened strong. Lizzie Peterson drives to the room for 2. But after the first quarter, it was all Juan Diego. Monique Mills with the runner in the lane. And then Monique with some defense. She gets a steal and an assist to Rebecca Kern, who'd finish on the other end. Soaring Eagle executing their offense to perfection. Great passing. Sets up Anne-Marie Nelson for the 3-point play. Juan Diego led by 9 at the half. Third quarter, they would dominate. Monique's twin sister, Dominique, doing work inside. They outscore Morgan 26-11 in the quarter. Monique Mills with a 3. She had 25 points and 12 rebounds. Another inspiring story, Juan Diego also playing for teammate Sarah Christensen. She lost her mother to cancer last year. She had 6 points in the championship game. And now it's Dominique's turn. The steal and the layup. She had 16 points and 11 rebounds. The Mills sisters lead the Soaring Eagle to a perfect 25-0 season in their first state title. Coach Archuleta overcome with emotion after a big win for the Soaring Eagle.
I know she was watching, but I just wish she was here to see it. She'd be so proud. But these kids, like I said, they've been the best to me, and they're a great group. 29 of them in the program, and I was telling the last guy I had to ask a lot of them to come back. It was a new coaching staff, and some of them didn't know if they wanted to play, but they filled those roles, getting those extra offensive rebounds and setting those screens and little things that always don't show up in the box score. Those are the kids that made this happen.
Do you guys realize what you just accomplished?
We accomplished history. Yeah.
Yes, they did. Delta and Kanab meet for the 2A girls title.
Now that's a cool entrance.
Isn't that cool? This is cool, too. Caitlin Glover was outstanding for Kanab. She had a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds, but it wasn't enough to beat the Rabbits. Teamwork, baby. Danny Finlinson with 3 of her 12 points. Haley Sorensen also had 12. It's their first state title since 1987.
We wanted to show him that even though we had an upset last year, it's the biggest push we had to come and win it this year. That's the losing, it made us the team we are, and it made us want to win more.